Welcome, folks, to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey this glorious Tuesday morning. It is a nice sunny day here on Tuesday, December the 18th. My guest is LIndell Smith. Does anybody call you LIndell anymore?
My mother did when she was mad at me.
Well, that's good.
And that's about it.
And that's about it. And we're going to talk about all kinds of fun things. You are watching us here on Wabash Catch TV on the channel 25 and channel 100 here in Flora, channel 3 over in Salem, channel 100 wherever else you are with fiber. And we appreciate you tuning in. My name is Bruce Dickey. What is going on around the area today? We have community events going on, a few today as Christmas gets closer. A week from today, by the way, is Christmas. As it gets closer, you get a tendency to the folks don't have so many community, they don't plan stuff around this time of year. But there's a few things going on at the Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center today at 10 o'clock. It's piano. They're going to have piano with Mary and hot cocoa. Now, the way this reads, let me read this exactly the way I got it. Piano with Mary and hot cocoa at Flora Rehabilitation Healthcare Center on Tuesday, December 18th at 10 a.m. So I don't understand if it is piano with just Mary or piano with two people and one of them is named Hot Cocoa. You're the news guy.
Let's hope it's the drink.
It's spelled C-O-C-O here on what's written.
Yeah, no, surely they wouldn't. I think you have to get a special permit for the other.
Is that right? Well, I just wondered.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
There is a city council meeting today, though.
Well, maybe we can see what we can do. That'd be good. Also today, music with Dr. Chung, and that's at 2 o'clock at the Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center. They're going to have a swinging day all day long up at the Flora Rehab, so you might check that out. Also this evening over in Salem, they got a big American Legion meeting, probably their Christmas time meeting at 7 o'clock. That's in Salem at 1001 East Main Street, post 128. You can find out more about that. Just go over there and say hello. They'll be glad to see you. What else is going on today? We've got all kinds of stuff here on Wabash Television today. High school boys basketball back in action tonight. The Sisney Running Lions will take on the North Clay Cardinals up at Louisville this evening. JV game at 6:15 with the varsity to follow. That'll be here on these channels, Channel 3, Channel 25, Channel 100. Also and that is on and I'll be up there, the Running Lions as well as North Clay. I'll be up there. I'm not certain if anybody else will be working with me tonight. We'll see how that works. But again, tune in. Should be a lot of fun. Both those teams coming off nice wins to finish up their participation over in the Wayne City Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. So good to watch. Also, bowl season continues. It's the happiest time of the year. NCAA football bowl season. Tonight, the Boca Raton Bowl. It's in Boca Raton, Florida, of course. UAB, the Cinderella team, as they're 10-3. They play Northern Illinois out of the MAC, 8-5. UAB, of course, they canceled their program a couple of years ago, and here they are back in a bowl game, just the second year back, and it's a great story. UAB, the Trailblazers versus the Huskies. What else going on? College basketball, all kinds of good college basketball this evening as Princeton takes on Duke. That one may not be all that good a game, but Princeton's not that bad. Duke is, of course, very, very good. That'll be on ESPN2. That's by the way, I didn't mention, the bowl game is on, I want to say, on ESPN tonight at 7 p.m. Princeton at Duke, ESPN2, channel 638. Appalachian State at Georgetown tonight, and that's on at 5:30. That's on Fox Sports 1. That's channel 610. A couple of double headers tonight. One of them on ESPNU, channel 642, starting out at 6 o'clock. Xavier at Missouri. Go Xavier. Beat Missouri. Beat them up. just get them in bad shape for Saturday, because Illinois plays Missouri Saturday, and Illinois is going to need all the help they can get. That is on ESPNU at channel 642 at 6 o'clock, and that'll be followed by Creighton at Oklahoma, also on ESPNU 642. That'll be at 8 o'clock. Doubleheader tonight also on Big Ten Network. That's channel 600. Youngstown State takes on Ohio State at 6 o'clock. That's going to be followed by Western Carolina at Iowa at 8 o'clock, again on Big Ten Network. A couple of games in the NHL if you're interested in watching hockey. Nashville is at Chicago. That'll be at 7:30 this evening. That's on NBC Sports Channel Chicago, and that is channel 643. Also, the St. Louis Blues at Edmonton tonight, and that'll be at 8 o'clock. That's on Fox Sports Midwest, channel 630. Do you watch much hockey? Do you like hockey?
Don't watch much, so I can't say I like it.
Well, you're a St. Louis fella from originally, so I didn't know if you were a big Blues fan or not.
No, they were still playing hockey on the river when I grew up.
Really? I bet they did. I don't know how much they did, but I bet they played a little. Probably on the Illinois side, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Folks, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Smitty. LIndell Smith from the Clay County Republican, and we'll be right back. We're going to talk about all kinds of different things with Smitty. Should be a lot of fun. Stick around, back right after these.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area, with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey at Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Welcome back. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Smitty, LIndell Smith. Does anybody? Okay, your mother calls you Smitty.
Yes.
I do have to admit, I had to ask what your name was. Whenever because I knew I was going to put this thing to you, the LIndell Smitty Smith thing on the screen. I always put that as a helper. I had to ask Mike Cheney out there what your name is. Do you run into that, people that you know through your work that don't know your name?
Oh yeah, that's not uncommon. Actually, Facebook. I'm 70 years old, so I'm not the most technologically sound person in the world. We got ready to go on Facebook. At the gym, had one of our co-op students set the gym for her. And when she got ready for administrators, if you look, anything you get on me in Facebook says Smitty Smith. That's because she thought Smitty was my first name.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't blame her. I mean, I never knew. I never knew. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Smitty Smith. Smitty, you have been. Where are you from? Tell everybody where you're from.
Okay, I grew up in a little town called Grafton. It's where the Illinois and Missouri River come together. I mean, Mississippi River come together. There's actually a cross just outside of town where they say Father Marquette landed and he erected the first cross there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. It's also where, when we were younger, that's where most of the kids went to drink and to do things kids do.
Now, Grafton is. Tell me a little bit about Grafton. Grafton is kind of what one used to call a hard scrabble town, right? At what point did it? Because it's kind of gentrified a little bit now, hasn't it?
Well, it actually exists now because people from outside came in to take over everything. When I grew up, the only thing is depending on the day of the week, whether you had more churches or taverns in town.
Yeah.
And that was it. My younger years, they had a powder mill, a dynamite factory outside, which is now where Raging River's water park is.
Oh, really?
And when the powder mill went away, then the town just shriveled up and died, and it continued to die.
How low to get? How many people?
Oh no! I mean, the sign's been between 600 and 1,000 forever.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's still 5,300 people living in Florida. Look at the sign.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's what it says.
Never changes. So I mean, some things just don't change. But eventually, people from outside started having visions for this, where the condominiums are going up on the hill stuff. That's where my grade school and junior high were.
Really?
And it was a travesty. My sister thought it was the saddest day of the world whenever they blew that all up and put in
start putting in condos.
Yeah, and it's wonderful. The marina is something that's been brought in from out of town. Everything that has Grafton to where people go to it now is a result of people from outside.
Is that due to the Eagles?
The Eagles, and just the fact it's a beautiful drive. And Pure Marquette Lodge, Pure Marquette State Park, is an incredible place to be. It's just, you can do anything. It's still, to this day, I enjoy sending people up there and going, you got to go to the lodge. One thing, the food's great. It's cheap. It's all family style. Mm-hmm. And then when you go in, they have a fireplace that is gargantuan. And you think about it, it was built during the Depression.
Yeah.
And it was hand-built.
WPA or whatever would have been, right?
Anyway, and they have a chess set there that makes you think you're at Hogwarts, because it's like all 3-4 foot high, and you play it on the floor.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm picturing in my mind. I've never been to the Pure Marquette State Park, but I've been to Giant City down in Carbondale or south of Carbondale numerous times, and I'm guessing that the lodge itself was built probably around the same time Giant City at the same style.
Yeah.
Something not to miss.
They were all part of the Civilian Conservation Corps.
Yeah.
What built all of them.
The CCC. That's right. Yeah. Okay, I remember that. Oh, that's really cool. That probably was the only thing keeping Grafton going for a little while, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. There was no industry. There was very little. Although it was sort of a self-contained town in the fact that everybody left there to work and then came back and you bought all your goods and everything there.
Did they have a high school?
No. The high school, when people talk about consolidation.
Yeah.
I don't get shot.
He just said the word. That's all he did. Anyway. He didn't say he's for it or against it, ladies and gentlemen. He just said the word.
It is the hardest thing in the world. My mother was one of the greatest, most Christian ladies I've ever known, and she never cussed. But I nearly had to beg her to go to my graduation because to her dying day, she referred to Jerseyville as that damn town that stole Grafton's high school.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I wouldn't look for, yeah.
It was kind of, well, you would have otherwise gone to Grafton, of course, but when did that happen? How long before you?
Oh, that was
in the 50s or 40s.
No, that was in the 40s.
Yeah.
That was in the 40s. I graduated in 66, and she still felt that way. So like I said, if it ever happens, don't expect the wounds to heal quickly.
Well, now, okay, that's good to keep in mind. All right, so the Eagles came and growing up in a very small community like that, rough and tumble type of community, that kind of got you ready for you became a Marine.
I had to go in the Marine Corps, yes. I wanted to go.
Why did you want to go in the Marine Corps?
I could tell you because of a really good-looking uniform, but basically because my dad told me he didn't care what I entered, just so I didn't enter the Marine Corps. And so from the 5th grade on, I started looking how cool their uniforms were and knew that that's what I wanted to do.
Do you still do hoo-ah and all that kind of stuff?
I never did that. That's something I think Scent of a Woman with Robert De Niro brought on.
Yeah.
I don't...
Or Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, yeah. I never recall anybody doing that until after.
See, I always wondered about that because I've got some friends in Fairfield who are Marines, have been Marines. One of them, the father and son.
No, you're always a Marine.
Yeah, they are. Always Marines. But they were. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, they are still Marines. Both of them are still Marines. But one of them, the son. He went through about in the early 80s, and the father went through in the 50s. The father just never says who-ah or anything like that. The son's still kind of a little bit enthusiastic about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's enthusiasm, but, I mean, if you got to show it, you don't know it.
That's true. Tell me then, okay, why did you join the Marines during wartime? Was it so to avoid being drafted into a service that you didn't want to maybe? No,
actually, I joined the Marine Corps simply because at that time, the way things were set up, I joined the Marine Corps and I joined for 3 years. That's 36 months. 36 months translated to 4 years VA education.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
And I was just a poor white kid from Rivertown, and I wasn't going to get any offers to do anything else. So I saw that as my way to improve my station in life.
Okay. And you went to Vietnam?
Went to Vietnam, and I stayed there. I did my 13 months as the Marine Corps requires, and then I said, please, sir, may I have another one?
No kidding.
And they said, well, sure, we like having guys like you here. Come on back. We'll give you some more. And so I extended. I was an E4. I was a corporal radio operator. And I got promoted to E5 on a hillside overlooking Laos and to sergeant. And then I went on R&R, and I went on R&R and came down with malaria and got 30 days in Sydney, Australia at the government's expense.
Well, that's fine. That's good. All right, I got to ask how. I've never. Of course, I'm 15, 20 years younger than you, and out of the time frame. How well does Hollywood show what people saw in wartime? And if you know which one is the closest, like Apocalypse Now.
There's a movie that very few saw called Hamburger Hill.
I've seen Hamburger Hill.
That'll give you an idea.
Is that right?
Yeah. It was not a good place to be.
Yeah.
But it was a place where we needed to be.
Yeah.
I think that I didn't go over there to defend truth, justice, and the American way. I went over there because, one, it got me a pay raise. They quit taking out taxes.
You get the overseas pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And combat duty.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
which converts to nicer pay later on. Stays that way, yeah.
So I went for all the wrong reasons. I stayed for all the wrong reasons. I stayed because I wanted to stay there long enough that I could get out. I didn't want to come back and be one of the
have to work around here.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. I'm always really I'm interested in that kind of stuff. This is pretty good. I'm talking here to Smitty. He is the editor, owner, publisher, chief bottle washer, and sweeps the place out at night of the Clay County Republican. And we're talking about all kinds of different things. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more probably about the local stuff. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV, Channel 3 over in Salem, Channel 25, and Channel 100 here in Flora. Back right after these.
It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. Clay County Hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. We do appreciate you tuning in here in Flora on Channel 25, Channel 100, and over in Salem, Channel 3. How big is the Clay County Republican? What's the circulation? What do we do?
Circulation stays right around 2,100, which I'm pleased with. When I bought the paper from Danny Fender, it was right around 2,100. So we have defeated the trend where papers are falling off.
Yeah.
We actually do, I'd say the circulation, the paper circulation is around 1,300. We have another 300 or so that get the paper.
Buy it at the
newsstand, and then about another 300 that get it online.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Is the online a similar pricing, I guess, to the?
It's cheaper.
Oh, really?
Right now, in-county rate is $20.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to raise that because I've had
you
to.
Need to.
Anyway, but it's $17 for the online.
Okay.
So,
Is that how often does the paper come out?
Once a week, If you get it online, you get it Tuesday night. If you get it through the mail, you get it usually on Thursday, and if you buy it at the store, it's on Wednesday. It's a Wednesday edition.
What's the deadline?
It depends on what the story is.
Yeah.
I've been known to redo a page to try and get an obituary in Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Normally, we want all our ads in by Monday morning,
right,
so we can get them put together. And the stories are just kind of, depends on what I think, but I think that newspapers got into trouble because they wanted to be the catch-all for everything, and they aren't. And
they can't be.
They need to do what they can do best, and to me, obituaries, local stories, things like that are what's the lifeblood of what we do. And I will go out of my way to try and do an obituary. It's that important.
You have been, you came back from Vietnam and decided to go to school. And what were you going to school for? What were you doing?
Actually, I've gone back to school a couple of times. I came back from Vietnam, and oddly enough, came back from Vietnam and started going to SIU Edwardsville.
Uh-huh.
And that's where I met my wife, Mabel.
Okay.
And my wife and
that was before the trees had really grown. That was while it was still prairie, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was when the wind blew in your face both ways.
That was SIUE used to be really cold. Now it's a gorgeous campus, isn't it?
Yeah. But she was a really good student, and I was somebody who I would say was dealing with a certain amount of demons.
Uh-huh.
And she studied, and I knew a place called Vanzo's Mine Run University, and they knew me. And I was really good at studying there, but not so good at Edwardsville. So after a short time, I was asked if I might want to consider something else. So
you did?
I did, and I went into welding.
Okay.
And I'm a firm believer my God has a great sense of humor.
Uh-huh.
I served my time in the United States Marine Corps, served my time in Vietnam, and I went to work in a factory in Grafton. It was called the Boat Works. They still have that's been turned into a tavern too.
Yeah, I think that's a bar.
Yes. Anyway, I went to work there, and I helped make SEAL team attack boats to send to Vietnam.
Wow. It does come circle, doesn't it?
Yeah, so that was in 1969. I had about 7 years there that I dealt with things. And in 1977, after from 1969 to 77, I did everything I could to convince Mabel that she could marry me.
Yeah.
And she always found some reason not to do it. And finally in 77, she agreed. We got married. And
how long was the engagement? I got to ask.
The engagement wasn't very long. The courting period.
That's why I'm asking. I'm assuming when you finally got her to say yes, that it was running to the.
She is great. She is great at telling her version of this story, which I'm not saying. Well, Mabel doesn't lie, so it may be the true one, but I like mine better.
Well, there are interpretations.
But a couple months after we started dating, and I knew that my fate was not going to be as a college student, I told her, I said, hey, I'll tell you what, I still got time. I'll re-enlist in the Marine Corps. I'll go back in as a sergeant. You and I can get married. We can have this great life. I'll be a career Marine and
go do my whole 20 and retire at 45.
That's great. You've been everywhere. You've seen the war. I'm 18 years old. I've not seen anything. I don't have a degree. No, thank you. When I get my degree, we'll talk again. So for more than 4 years, because in her junior year, she was going into elementary education, and she did an internship at Beverly Farms. And decided, no, I don't want to go into elementary education. I want to go into special education. So she tacked another year on right there. So she got 5 years out of the way that she didn't have to deal with it.
Well, that was while you were still courting.
Yeah. So then I said, okay, you're done with school. Let's get this done. She said, no, I need to have a job. So it took her a year before she finally got hired in Flora.
Okay.
Oddly enough, she got hired in Flora. Not many teachers probably get hired this way. Mabel got hired in Flora while we were on a motorcycle trip to California and Oregon.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, it's nicer because I was on my motorcycle.
Yeah.
And she had my sister on the back of hers.
Okay.
Mabel is probably one of the few teachers here who have ever ridden motorcycles
across the country.
Both ways. She'd been to California and Oregon and out to Washington, D.C. on her own motorcycle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
that's great.
So anyway, I chased her, and then she got her teaching job down here. I said, okay, you're there. We got it. Let's get this done. She says, I need to be on tenure first. So
she's just putting you off at this point.
She was looking for something better. I know she was looking for something better. But and this is where her story and my story vary.
Okay, I see.
And then we were at my house. My mom was there, and we were celebrating Mabel's birthday.
Nice.
My wife was born the 4th of July.
Oh, that's cool.
So we were getting ready to go to St. Louis to some stuff there.
VP Fair, probably.
And
my
mother said, well, Mabel, it's really neat that you're having a birthday. How old are you? And I think Mabel said at the time she was 25. And my mom, God love her, didn't miss a beat. She said, well, that's cool. She says, you realize that next year you'll qualify as a spinster. Before my wife...
People don't use that term anymore. You know that.
Before my wife turned 26, July 4th, 1977, we got married May 28th, 1977. My wife was never a spinster.
That's good.
So
that's good.
And that's where she says some different version of it. But, trust me. I mean, you know me. You've seen Weeze.
You are a storyteller. You are a storyteller for a living.
Well, I told her the greatest line I've ever heard in any movie, A Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Where Chaucer, trying to explain what he does.
Yeah.
I give the truth scope.
That's terrifically well put. That is Chaucer. Yeah, it's been a long time. That's really good. That's outstanding. I'm going to get you. When we come back, I want you to tell me what you think maybe is. You've been covering Clay County and the environs here for, good grief, 40 years, 35 years.
Yeah.
X number of years. I want to know what the biggest story, the most fun story, that kind of stuff to work on. How's that sound? I'm giving you a minute to think about it. How's that?
Wow, if I've got a minute to think about it, I think I'll go to the bathroom then.
That's fine by me. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Smitty is here. We're having a lot of fun, and we'll be back right after these. Stick around.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your #1 choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
Welcome back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. My guest today is LIndell Smith, and you might think it's a typo, but he told me on the sheet to make it a small s, not a capital S. That's right. It's easier for you to write, isn't it?
Well, it's less effort.
Less effort. You'll have to put the capital.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. You've been in various newspapers here in Clay County for years and years and years. Various different things. What do you think is what's the biggest story you think you've ever covered?
The biggest story I've ever covered.
You know, you had 2 minutes to think about it.
Yeah, I know.
3 minutes.
Trust me, at the way my mind doesn't work like Turner's. It shuts off every now and then. I really don't know. There's been so many, and there's been so many for different reasons. And what's so sad is, once again, I use Brian because he's like an encyclopedia when it comes to stuff.
Yeah.
I have a hard time telling you what the score of a basketball game is when I walk out the gym.
Is that right?
I'm much more concerned about the next thing.
I got to tell you, I got to tell you, you know, I've been doing basketball and football for 25 years now, broadcasting these games, and I've probably broadcast well over 1,000, certainly well over maybe 2,000 games now. I don't know, a lot of games, and somebody will ask me what happened in a particular game, and I have no clue of an entire season. You know, did you remember this kid playing? Yeah, he scored 40 points. You've got to remember it. Oh, no, I got nothing. I mean, this may be like you. After you've written the story, yeah, you're done, right?
Well, yeah, and I worry because I find so many guys worry about what was, they don't ever appreciate what is.
Yeah.
And I think years ago, somebody whose name is among the best, Travis Wyatt. Travis was just an exceptional athlete, hard-nosed,
right,
everything. Travis's younger brother, David, wasn't. And more than once, I compared the two of them. And finally, somebody made the mention that, you know, David isn't Travis. And I thought, how unfair I've been to that kid.
Yeah.
That, you know, I expect him to be his brother.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, we all acknowledge it. You get somebody like a Travis once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So why does it naturally have to be that the
probably makes you change the way you ride all the way around, doesn't it? Or at least, puts that in your head.
I try never to compare this team to that team, this person to that person. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. You don't know who surrounded him. You know, Travis was really, really exceptional, like I said. But a young kid by the name of Brian Cox,
yeah,
he made Travis better too.
Sure.
You know, sometimes you don't realize how good some of these kids could be if they had one more piece. So,
what do you prefer to cover? What's your favorite sport to cover?
I've actually been asked that by the kids, and it's always the same answer. whatever sport I'm doing right now.
Oh, no, that's a cheap answer. Come on.
Well, look at me.
For the amount of money that I'm paying you to be here.
Yeah, well, hey, you're getting by easy for me because, I'm not Turner. You don't have to take me out and buy me a drink after.
You got a point.
But, if you look at me, I love football. I love football. I've talked with football teams so many times. It's a game where I said you learn as much about life there as you will if you go in the service. You learn that you have to trust the guy on your right, you have to trust the guy on your left, and by the same token, you have to realize you don't want to let either one of them down. So it's so intertwined.
Yeah.
I think volleyball is the neatest sport in the world. I like it because I have ADD. I can only think for so long, and you start with a finite number.
That's right.
I'm sorry. Okay, it's 134 to 134. We're going into our 12th overtime in basketball. You never know when it's safe. You can't relax.
I got to tell you, I'm kind of similar. I until this year started covering volleyball for Wabash. I probably hadn't been to a game since my sister played. And my sister played graduated in 1982.
Different game.
It's an entire. Well, I'd been to a college game.
Yeah.
I'd been to a high school game. It's an entirely different game. But what I really find intriguing about it is, and it comes kind of down the same road about the score's not going to change because it's going to be somebody's going to get 25 points and it's over.
Yeah.
But you can have a really good team and a really bad team, they're still going to get 25 points. Nobody's going to get blown out bad. Yeah. But you can judge a good team and figure out if somebody's not as good by the amount of offense that they do. And so, because you might have teams that are just scrambling all over the court, able to keep the ball in play and able to keep, and get it back over the net, which is fine, which is great. But if they're not getting it back over the net with some degree of aggression, this game's going to go on forever. And it's fun to watch. Yeah. It's fun to relearn, I guess, is one thing.
But no, and like I said, I like each sport for different reasons. I joke, and I think it's because with North Clay being in the IESA, for me, basketball started about the same day school did.
Yeah.
So I get really tired of basketball.
Yeah.
But by the same token,
it's a 6-month sport for you.
But basketball is so cool because out of all the sports, nothing brings the community together like basketball does.
No, that's true.
It is so special. On the other side, I think track and cross country are just great. They're just great because, you go out there and guess what? Bang! You didn't get there first. Can't blame it on the ref. Can't blame it on the sun in your eyes. Every sport has something that makes it truly unique. Tennis, especially at our level. My God, they call their own lines. They call everything.
See, that's another thing. I've never been to a tennis match in high school.
You can see such incredible athletes playing tennis, and they're in the midst of something, and all at once they go, nope, that was in, I didn't hit it, it's your point. And they lose the match. How much more can you learn about sportsmanship than to watch kids playing tennis?
It's kind of the same way in golf. Watching high school golf, it's kind of similar.
See, to me, golf is the great sport because it teaches you, that was then, get on with now.
Yeah.
It don't matter how bad your last hole was, suck it up, start over, hit the ball.
Suck it up, buttercup.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Baseball is just such a great game of angles. I had a coach one time tell me, and he's not even one of my coaches. He was from an opposing team, but he was watching. He says, what makes baseball, softball by the same token, exciting is everything about it is meant for you to fail. He says, if you think about it, you got this little bitty stick you're trying to hit a little bitty ball with.
Yeah.
He says, and then you've got all this open area, and the ball can land anywhere.
Sure.
He says, everything about it is meant for you to fail. And I thought, wow. He's right.
I had never really thought about it like that. You need to write your first book on that then.
Nah. I'll leave the book writing to Turner.
That makes sense. I don't blame you. Folks, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today is Smitty. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit about the how he got into lifting and the gymnasium and all that kind of stuff. Again, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here in Flora on Channel 100 or Channel 25, over in Salem on Channel 3. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll be right back after these.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Welcome back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Smitty, LIndell Smith from the Clay County Republican, and we're talking about a wide variety of subjects. Okay. Now, I first became aware of you coming up and doing games in Florida and all that kind of stuff. I did not realize that you ran the gym up here until Brian Turner, Weeze, who is on the show every week on the Take the Point show, till Weeze told me that that's where he worked out. For what got you starting a gymnasium?
Okay, first I want to clarify something. The Weeze, you know, never trained at our place. The Weeze that trained at our place was like 143 pounds. And that's pounds, not kilos.
I've seen his picture. I've seen the picture in the hallway there at Flora with the gigantic neck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not kilos. It was pounds. He was actually 143 pounds when we went to the Nationals. What got me into weightlifting was I had always been an athlete of one kind or another. I'd always competed. I'd always pushed myself to see what I could do better. Prior to lifting, my wife and I ran a lot of road races. And you haven't really lived until you see a 245-pound man trying to run a 10-mile road race.
No, I haven't.
And they don't even offer donuts at the end. You know, I mean, it was awful. I finally decided that running wasn't in my future. Two things happened. First race I ever ran at Fairfield.
Oh, really?
At the fun race they used to have down there at the start of the week.
Yeah.
And I'm finishing up that long 5K. You know, 5K sounds so easy. If they tell you 3.1 miles to start with, probably not as many people to enter.
That's probably true.
But anyway, I'm finishing up, and my wife is running along next to me. She was much quicker than I was, but she just stayed with me so that, you know, I would
Very kind.
Anyway, we're coming up. We're about probably...
There's a hill at the end of it.
About a quarter mile from the end. And cop car pulls up next to me. Mate Flexter following.
Yeah.
He just pulls up, and he's got his window down. He says, if you wouldn't mind, just go on over on the sidewalk. He says, I need to get to the finish line. Nobody's behind you, so don't worry about it. So Mate told
That's not cool.
Mate told me what my future was going to be, but I continued to run. Ran a 10-mile race, like I said, from Principia College into Alton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, they pretty well got you there because you get on a bus and go to Principia College, you got to run back to
you got to figure there's no way back.
Yeah. So they've got you there. Once again, my wife ran that about, I don't know, she was about 3 days ahead of when I got there. But anyway, so we're running at Chester, Illinois.
Okay.
And it's a figure-8 race.
Okay.
And once again, officer trailing the pack, making sure everybody's safe, pulls up next to him and he says, and like I said, I had trimmed down. I was a svelte 235.
Yeah, you dropped 10 pounds.
I hardly cast a shadow. Anyway, this cop pulls up next to me. He says, son, he says, I'm not going to tell you what you're doing, but he says, I just looking at you, I don't think you're in the right sport. So
he was right.
He was right. And it oddly enough worked out a little bit after that Jim Miglin was trying to get weightlifting going at Flora.
Okay.
And I went down into what is now the boys' locker room, and it used to be a pigsty. I mean, it was awful. You go down there and it smelled, and the weights had rust because of the water in it and stuff But that's where Jim started things going, and went down there with him, and I really found out that, you know what? Exercise that's anaerobic, not aerobic, is really much better for endomorphs.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, much better. I could break a sweat but still be able to talk. I mean, it was all good. So we started lifting there. They finally told us we had to find a place of our own. So Bob Phelps opened a place just down the street from Toby Pierce on Lincoln.
Okay.
And we lifted there for about a year, and then Bob got transferred by Ashland.
Yeah.
And we all talked about it. Everybody else was relatively smart, and I said, well, I think we can do this. We'll go get a loan. So we got a loan, built 20 by 30 onto the back end of our house, and opened the gym. Now, business is different than friendship. I learned that quickly here because we told the guy, we said, well, we'll just, we'll say it's the home gym. He said, okay, how much are you going to pay me for the name? What you mean? Well, we had the home gym. If you want the home gym, you need to pay us something for the name. Oh, well, never mind. We'll call it the gym because everybody said they were going to the gym anyway.
Yeah,
so
no kidding.
We just dropped the home part of it and went with the gym.
Okay.
And so we started lifting at the gym, and we really had a lot of success and a lot of fun there. We actually were almost like forerunners for what is now CrossFit because everybody was involved.
Yeah.
If you came in the door, you were part of whatever was going on. And we loved it. We would train on Sundays. We would do all this silly stuff. And because of that, we took, actually the year my mother died, we took 32 lifters to the national championships in Oklahoma City.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How'd they do? If you qualify, it's pretty good.
Yeah, just about everybody won.
Wow.
But part of that is you look and you figure where people do their best. and you go in that. Well, I shouldn't say about everybody won. I didn't, but that's okay. I was tired from coaching.
Well, yeah, see, coaching is a
the sun was in my eyes, and all the flashing things going off.
I gotta ask you then, what's your best item there? Squats, bench, what?
Good question. I thought you were just going to be typical male. What's your best bench?
No, heck, I'm looking at you. I figure you used to be a squatter.
I was 550 squatter.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I love squats.
Yeah, squats are great. Squats until your knees explode.
Actually, no, not when they're done right.
Oh, really? My knee. Well, I never did them right. That's what.
See, your knees are bad. I'll tell you the same thing I do. This will get me in trouble. I apologize right off, but your knees are bad because you had to run when you're in football.
Well, now that's true.
See, I mean, us fat guys, we aren't supposed to run. Squats are good for the knees. Running bad.
You're right. You're exactly right. That's exactly right.
Anyway,
blew a knee out in football.
But the football players all hate me.
Really?
Because when they come around and every now and then we'll do stuff with Scott and Brian and them trying to help.
Yeah.
And they learn quickly. I tell them, I said, you don't need to bench press. Well, yeah, you got to be. They do that at the NFL combines. They see how much you can bench press. I said, have you ever thought about what you do in the bench press motion? I said, to begin with, the only time you use the bench press is if you're throwing the guy off you after he's already knocked you flat on the ground.
It's clear on the pile.
The only sport where bench pressing comes in to play is if you're a professional wrestler. When on the count of 2, you got to get that guy off you so the match can go on. I said there is no other purpose. The bench press was created by old men who could no longer walk, and they wanted to say they were manly. So
they were working.
They found something where they could lay down and do that.
That's great.
For all our kids, they learned that the bench press was where you got your rest between squats and deadlifts.
Hey, how did you find out the secret? I mean, that is clearly the secret.
That's all it is.
That's exactly right.
You lay down and rest between the two. Oddly enough, you talking about that, we will have a meet at our
We got
gym
one coming up? What's coming
Saturday.
This week?
We normally, for the last 20 some odd years, we have done a meet in the summer that all the money goes to the high school.
Uh-huh.
And then we do one in the winter that the guy that owns the organization, he comes in and he puts one on in December.
That draws a big crowd too, doesn't it?
Pretty good crowd. Mostly, weightlifters are all solo kind of animals, so it's really everybody drives their own car. So there's only like 20 people there, but there's 40 cars. So we tie up a lot of space downtown.
You say that's this Saturday?
Yeah.
What time does it start?
It'll start at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Do folks come out there to watch, or the people who are watching, are they other lifters for the most part? I'm just wondering. I've never been to one myself. I've never been to one myself.
I've done this forever, and I love training our athletes. I love helping our athletes. If you don't have a vested interest in what's going on, there is nothing more boring than watching somebody walk up and pick up something one time and put it down. It's like, really? You did all that yelling and screaming and once? No. No. It's not a spectator sport.
All right, well, that's cool. So everybody knows about it. This Saturday.
It's this Saturday.
At the gym here in Flora. Hey, Smitty, it's been we barely got started. we can talk about all kinds of
we may have gone too long.
We might have gone too long. Hey, thanks very much for coming. That's the Big Talk with Bruce Dickey for today, folks. Have an outstanding day, and we'll talk to you all tomorrow. See you soon.